Hackers deploying ransomware have a $19,000 Bitcoin problem. For Tech Republic and ZDNet, I'm Dan Patterson with Danny Palmer. Danny, the skyrocketing price of cryptocurrencies has created some unexpected headaches.
Yes, it has. While I'm sure there's probably quite a lot of the cyber criminal fraternity who are happy they are sitting on a lot of money. For example, if those behind WannaCry still have the about $150,000 they withdrew from their wallets back in August, that's probably worth about $1 million in Bitcoin now. So they're probably laughing if they still have it. But for some, it's causing issues because it comes down to the fact that the model of how ransomware is paid. Some types of ransomware will require the victim to pay a set amount, say 0.5 bitcoins or a bitcoin. There was a time when 0.5 bitcoins probably equated to about $200, which is, it's not something somebody wants to pay in paying a ransom, but people would probably maybe begrudgingly be willing to pay it. On the other hand, with the cost of that now, 0.5 Bitcoin is currently over $8,000, maybe even $9,000. And it's likely that no matter what is on a victim's system, if they were thinking about paying that ransomware fee, they're not going to want to pay $8,000. So it's kind of disrupted the criminal model for ransomware operators who operate in that way, because people aren't going to want to pay them their ransoms.
Is there any indication, Danny, that future ransomware that could be deployed in 2018 and beyond would switch from saying pay us 1 Bitcoin to saying pay us $200 worth of Bitcoin?
Yes, we've already seen quite a few ransomware developers and distributors use this model where that they can take into account the fluctuation in Bitcoin, and they can say, "Here's $200, pay $200 worth of this," and it's the fee is then still technically small enough for if someone did pay, which all the authorities recommend that you don't. But if someone did, they'd probably still be willing to do it. And what's happening in many of these cases as well, as you've seen with a recently discovered ransomware called Spider, that also provides victims with a tutorial video which helpfully shows them how to find Bitcoin in order to pay them. Because at the end of the day, if the attackers aren't getting their payment, there's no point in them distributing ransomware. So they're being helpful in terms of providing the means of paying their fee.
So, Danny, I know that this is kind of the question that's on everyone's mind right now, but what is driving this surge of Bitcoin?
A lot of it seems to me personally that there is a lot of interest in Bitcoin, and I think it's almost a self-perpetuating cycle. There's interest in it. People are now buying it because they're hearing it, that it's a popular thing, and arguably that's contributing to some extent to the valuation going up. There's all sorts of complex algorithms which play parts in the price of Bitcoin, but it's the price has rocketed massively this year. Back in May, it hit $2,000 for the first time, and 6 months later in November, it's now almost 10 times that. It's certainly something that's got people talking, and some people are wondering, is it a bubble? But we don't know yet. We can't really see into the future to tell you what happens, but it's going to be interesting to see what happens if it keeps rising.
It will be interesting. We have a fascinating future of hackers and weird cryptocurrency along with the blockchain to anticipate next year. For more information about all of those technologies, you can read Danny Palmer's posts on ZDNet. And while you're there, make sure you subscribe to our Next Big Thing newsletter.